that must be investigated. Somebody for whom another death has been unexplained, that must be investigated. Somebody who entered into police custody healthy, turns up dead, that must be investigated. How many of these are actually investigated? You also bring up IPOA, which, okay, is interesting. How many of them are actually investigated that can bring out some kind of result? Because then it speaks to the appetite for finding out what really happened, for you to then say justice will then be served or denied. How many of these actually, do we have statistics in terms of these cases that actually go to the coroner, are investigated, and then are given the right results?
First of all, as we speak today, we do not even have the coroner services are not functional in this country.
Okay.
What we normally have is that the normal and ordinary investigations that go through the court process, the hospitals, those forensics that happen ordinarily, that we say that most of them do not even meet the standards. Of course, these deaths, especially that the ones that happen within within the security facilities, are usually investigated. IPOA, as you have mentioned, of course, has got that mandate to investigate deaths that happen within the police custody. And they do actually investigate. And in terms of accountability, actually, once they have done the investigations and they find that there is evidence to suspect that this person died and that death was caused by security personnel, they normally forward those cases to the ODPP, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, for processing. And of course, what we have seen is that in most of the times, the evidence that is brought out, it's not up to the standard that the ODPP will want to push that process in the judicial system. But again, we have seen some kind of laxity. We have these cases, yes, and there are quite a number of them that are within the judicial process that the ODPP has forwarded them to court for processing, and they are actually ongoing. But of course, we know that in terms of these torture cases, we haven't seen a lot of these cases being prosecuted as torture cases. Actually, we don't even have any case that's being prosecuted as torture. We have seen them being prosecuted as assault, grievous harm, murder. But we would like, once we have these services provided, especially under the bill, the National Science Forensics Bill, that these cases could actually be prosecuted as they are supposed to be. If it's torture, then it has to come out as a case of torture. So what we are lacking right now are the services that could bring out the evidential threshold that could actually prosecute someone for torture and other related human rights violations.
Okay, so morgues are not left out of this in terms of where we are looking at dignity in death. There is the crime scene, but then it also moves to where these bodies are stored. We're looking at a situation where a lot of the morgues around the country are overwhelmed in terms of numbers of unclaimed bodies, many of whom are victims of unexplained deaths, whose families have no idea where they are, right? Or that they're even there. Walk us through the current state of public mortuaries and what are the administrative and infrastructural failures that lead to bodies becoming unclaimed or buried quietly in mass graves. We still don't know what was going on in Kericho a couple of months ago. And, Shakahola is a big one. But what's the process with that? I think we still have the makeshift morgue in Malindi sub-county.
We can say we can't point to a single factor. Still, also, it's multifactorial. When it reaches to a place whereby there is unceremonious mass grave because of what the public morgues cannot hold. When they become overcrowded, the capacity to hold the increased number of unexplained death or even the normal natural death. But now you see the public morgues, one, there are few. Those attached to hospital, they have to cater for the hospital normal death, which usually happen within the normal routine. And then others being brought by police, others being brought from the community. And most of them, they are over infrastructure which were built long time ago, as we started, even when we were talking about prison. Things have changed and the morgues are still the same.
Yeah.
So it is just a place whereby the capacity is full. A morgue, for instance, which was built for a capacity of 184, holding around 600. Obviously, you can't continue functioning because there is a number of threats coming as a result of that overcrowding, in terms of health to the practitioners inside there, even to the community outside. And then there is also another aspect of, no, you cannot bring other more. There is pressure.
Yeah.
People want to bring, but you don't have a place to put them. So there is pressure to the mortuaries. And then there is lack of revenue because the country also needs to generate revenue. When someone is in the morgue, there is money coming in every day. So if you cannot do that because you don't have capacity to put another person, to put another body because it's already full, you are pushed to do something so that you make things continue as normal. And one of it is the disposal of unclaimed. Because usually there is a period given under the public health laws, a period where a body can be kept for a certain duration that's usually range 21 to 90 days. If that body is not claimed up to that period, then because we need to continue the normal processing, normal functioning, then you are mandated to, you have the right
To bury.
To bury, as long as you get the right authorization from the public health officers, from the court, getting a court order. So we can say it's multifactorial. And then another thing is, for someone to come and take the body, there is need for identification. And even as Simon was saying, our forensic aspects, somehow we are picking, but still low, because there is need of bringing forensic aspects to ensure proper identification of these bodies, so that you enable one to get the next of kin and come and collect. So if the identification process are not up to the standards required internationally, you making use of the fingerprinting, making use of the digital identification system in terms of tagging, whereby we are still maybe using the manual tagging system. After a period of time in the restoration, you cannot be able to read whatever was written. And then another thing, the infrastructure within the mortuaries itself. That's what we're saying. There are some things you are trying to investigate, but you don't reach to a level satisfactory to get someone to implicate or to prosecute, because somehow in between we don't have the adequate resources to take care of this investigation.
Okay.
So even in the mortuaries, adequate resources, refrigeration, whereby you find many public morgues, especially within the counties, they don't have a proper refrigeration system. They rely on embalming. You embalm, you also interfere with identifying that body. Then you don't have a proper refrigeration system. You also bring an aspect of decomposition.
Okay.
So once decomposition comes in, you are pulled, you are forced, or you are urged to make sure you dispose this to prevent the risk which comes with staying with decomposed body, that odor which comes. So we need to look at the resources to make sure our mortuaries are well functioning up to the standard.
And this is at a county level. This happens, we're